Climate change, greenhouse gases, melting ice caps, swimming polar bears.
Polar bears swimming around.
And penguins. They're beautiful creatures.
I love penguins. Penguins are like fat dogs without legs.
They're so adorable. Haven't you seen Happy Feet?
That's yeah. I don't think that's factually accurate.
Probably not, but I love it anyways.
Penguins have the ability to perform choreographed dancing.
But I like to pretend they do. Carrying on, we have a segment. We did send some of our staff down to Parliament Hill in Ottawa, so far away.
Our nation's capital.
Dun, dun, dun.
It was good.
It was really good. Anyways, and it was all about action and change for climate change down at Parliament Hill, and lots of people went down, and so many universities. It was all over Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else. But take a look at the segment. It's
really impressive, and given the rain, a lot of people turned up. So well done, you.
Hi, Suhail Panjwani here on Parliament Hill for Fill the Hill, which is the largest climate change action in Canadian history. The energy here is electric, and I'm here with Daniel Myron and Mike Sugar.
Hey guys, Daniel Myron here. I'm going to talk quickly about Queen's Backing Action on Climate Change, the student group that is here for this day. Queen's Backing Action on Climate Change is a group of students who believe that consumer choices, personal lifestyle reductions, and all sorts of stuff such as flicking off lights, buying a hybrid car are not going to be the solutions to the problems that we're facing. This is a global and systematic issue, and the solutions that we need are international and political in nature.
We're on Parliament Hill here. We're expecting to see over 3,000 young activists who are fighting for their rights today and for tomorrow so we can get on the right track and clean up the environment. And hopefully other countries can follow suit, which is a big concern with Canada as we're a leading G8 country. So
let's follow Quebec in a day of action. Let's go.
Science tells us what we should be doing, and yet we're not doing it. WWF's just rated us the worst of all the G8 countries in terms of environmental protection, and as a Canadian, that makes me ashamed.
I'm Mike Sugar here with Rob Stewart. He's the MC for the rally. He did a great job. I'm also a fan of his work. He's a celebrity in my eyes. If you haven't seen Sharkwater, check that film out. It's great. Now the first question is, what advice do you have for the Queen student to take a first step and change?
I would tell everyone, literally, all you got to do is take the first step, because people sit on their couches all the time. They sit on the internet, they ask their friends, what do I do? What do I do? How can I do something? You know what to do. Make a banner, hit the streets, call your friends, call your member of parliament, look on government websites, figure out how activists have done this in the past. The blueprints have been laid for us. I think one step that's crucial is for people to actually get real about the situation. You know, if you look at what's going to happen within the next 50 years, humanity is in serious trouble. We're going to be out of fish, no coral reefs, no rainforests, no oil, and 9 billion people on a planet that scientists think can sustain a few billion people. When you realize the facts and you get real about that, there's nothing you can do but take action.
Joe from Ottawa Raging Grannies. So Joe, what do you think is the government should be doing about climate change right now?
Well, they got to wake up. They've got to get with the program. We have to have caps, or we have to have a carbon tax. But something has to happen to get us down to 350.
Can you tell me what your workshop here is about at PowerShift Canada?
Well, we're here at PowerShift, which is one of the largest youth mobilizations in the history of Canada, where young people from coast to coast to coast are pushing for a different tomorrow and trying to avert the climate crisis. And Greenpeace is here to try and help with that. So
Mike, what would you say is the most pressing issue that affects our society today?
Well, definitely one of the biggest issues in Canada is the development of the tar sands in Alberta. It's the largest industrial project on the face of the planet. It emits more emissions into the air than entire countries. By 2020, we'll emit more than the Czech Republic, twice as much as Peru, 10 times that of Costa Rica. In addition to poisoning our river systems, poisoning our air with acid rain, setting to displace an area larger than the state of Florida, larger than all of England. Violating treaty rights, poisoning downstream communities. It's really an environmental horror show, and it's something that we need to stop if we really want to go forward in a different direction.
What is the most important change you have seen in terms of progress?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't seen much progress at all, actually.
That's very
That's my worry. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not a new issue. It's been around a long time. We've seen the scientific evidence for years getting stronger and stronger. We've had all sorts of international meetings and all sorts of putative plans, and yet the concentration of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is going up, and they continue to go up, and they're going up at a faster rate. So I don't think I've seen sufficient change over the last few years at all. I think there's no way of getting around the fact that we have freely dumped all this CO2 in the atmosphere, and without paying or considering to pay for the consequences of that. And I think that's got to change. So it's embedded in the environment, it's embedded in the economy, it's embedded in lots of things. It's not simply a one-dimensional issue.